Hello again. Welcome back. Another class, another day, another opportunity to improve your English at the advanced level with Bawang Inglés 4.0. We have only 11 classes left. Only 11. 2 weeks and 1 day. This is class number 185, and there are 195 classes in the program, which means we have 11 classes left. And by the time we finish today, we'll have only 10 classes left. That expression you're going to learn perfectly. Everybody, beginners, intermediate, and advanced. How many classes do we have left? We have 11 classes left. Okay, let's begin on camera 1 with a review of class 184, please. All right, there we are. In 184, we saw basically two things: to back up and eventually. To back up is respaldar, apoyar. Te apoyo en esto. I'll back you up. Te apoyaré. I'll back you up. Don't worry, I'll back you up. Back you up. Back you. Back you. Q. Como la letra Q, ¿no? ¿Cómo se dice Q en inglés? Q. Back you. La K de back se enlaza con la Y de you. Q. I'll back you up. She'll back you up. He'll back you up. They'll back me up. Look, I need your support on this very important matter. I'm going to propose a complete overhaul of the incentive system in this company. Sistema de incentivos, de bonus, comisiones. I'm going to propose a complete overhaul. Overhaul. O-V-E-R-H-A-U-L. Overhaul means a complete, total modification from top to bottom, from start to finish, from beginning to end. From top to bottom, de arriba abajo, you say in Spanish too. De principio a fin. From start to finish, from beginning to end. De comienzo al final. All right, so I'm going to make this proposal, and I need your support. So I want you to back me up on this. I want you to back me up on this. I want you to back me up on this. I want you to back me up on this. You gonna back me up? Maria said she'll back me up. Yeah. I imagine eventually Maria will back me up on everything. We often have disagreements. Yeah. She doesn't back me up on everything. She still doesn't agree with me on certain points, on certain aspects, on certain considerations. She doesn't necessarily agree with me yet. But I'm working on her, and she's going to back me up on this particular proposal about the incentive system. And I think eventually Maria will back me up on everything. Yeah, I think she'll be my #1 supporter, my #1 fan within a few years. So eventually she'll come around to my way of thinking. Yes, yes. We need to change the incentive system. We need to make the salaries more flexible. People can earn more money. If you want to earn more money, you can earn a lot of money. Yeah. I'm going to lower your fixed salary. I'm not going to raise it this year. Paco, Manolo, Rafa, I'm going to lower your salary 20% starting next January. Okay. January the 1st, you will start earning 20% less than now on your fixed salary, but your variable is going to change dramatically. If you meet your sales objective, you can earn double what you normally earn. All right? If you don't, of course, no. So you need to go, you need to meet that objective, all right? So you can earn a lot of money, but it depends on you. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to have a normal salary where you don't have no risks, or do you prefer to take a few risks with incredibly interesting gains? What kind of stuff are you made of, you know? If you don't accept this proposal I'm making, eventually you'll become a vegetable in the organization. Eventually you will start to vegetate. Maria supports me on this. She's backing me up. Maria's backing me up on this proposition. Lester is backing me up too. Yes, the chairman is backing me up on it too. Now I need the trade unions to back me up on it too. I need you and your union members to back me up on this. Rafa, are you going to talk to the people? Of course, the people are afraid. Many people are afraid of change. Many people are afraid of risk, even though they know that the gain can be very, very interesting. But the people don't have enough confidence in themselves. They are risk averse. They hold a strong aversion to risk because they don't believe in themselves enough. All right? They prefer the easy way. All right? They don't want to take risks. They want to vegetate all their life, just receiving their salary and going through the motions of doing their jobs. And they don't want to take risks. So back me up on this. Marie is backing me up. And eventually, I think if we introduce this, we'll help everybody reach their quotas. We'll help everybody. Our marketing department will work very, very hard to make it easier to sell. The design department will make sure that the product design and packaging is perfect for enhancing our sales. And of course, all the rest of the organization, the factory, will produce the goods fast enough so that no salesperson will lose sales because of lack of product. So back me up on this, and I think we can make an important change in this company that can be very positive for the future. And eventually, everybody will come around to my way of thinking. Eventually, everybody will come around to my way of thinking. This expression in English is quite common. To come around means at first, we're opposite. I say black, they say white. I insist on black, they insist on white. And they start, they're 180 degrees. We're in polos opuestos, okay? They're on the other side of the circle. So I say black, they say white. I say black, they say white with a bit of gray. So they have moved. I say black and they say gray. They're coming around the circle, the semicircle, they're coming. I say black and they say light black. They're over here now. I say black and they say black. We agree, okay? They have come around to my way of thinking, mi forma de pensar. And so now we think together the same way, and they're backing me up. So I need the unions to back me up. I need the management to back me up. And finally, of course, I need the board, el Consejo de Administración. I need the board of directors to back me up on this. Because to make a change in the incentive system, to make a complete change from top to bottom, from start to finish, requires the approval of the board, okay? Because it could create some labor conflicts, some labor disputes, some labor problems, and so we need to consult the board on this and to get their approval as well. Now, you're going to back me up, and I think if everybody backs me up, eventually, al final, antes o después, os daréis cuenta. Al final os daréis cuenta. Eventually, you'll realize that I'm right.
Hello and welcome to Vaughan Inglés 4.0. My name is Alberto Alonso, your teacher for today, and I'm here to teach you a lot of important things. So, you got to stay with us. You've got to keep up, mantener el ritmo. Don't fall behind, no te quedes atrás. You've got to keep up, or it will be very difficult for you to catch up, alcanzar. ¿Ves? Ya te he dado cuatro palabras de vocabulario. So remember, keep up. So you don't fall behind, because if you fall behind, you'll have to catch up. You got it? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my student, Juan. Hello, Juan. How are you?
Can't complain. How are you?
Good. You like that one, too?
Yeah, I like that one, too, yeah.
Can't complain. And that noise, like, can't complain. El ruido también es importante. Can't complain.
I'll keep it in mind for next
Yeah,
time.
sometimes just the little noise makes the difference, you know? I can't complain. And people say, I could complain, but who's listening? So hay otra que dice, oh, I can't complain. Well, I could, but who's listening, right?
Okay.
Okay, so ask me what we're going to do today.
What are we going to do today?
We're going to repasar. How do we say repasar in English?
To review.
To review or to... I told you before, you forgot this one.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know.
This is to go over.
Okay.
Ir sobre. If you think about it, repasar, to go over something. You can also say to look over. Y esto es repasar visualmente. Pero puedes repasar sin el look. You can go over things in your head without looking them over. So go over is more encompassing. It's more universal.
Okay.
Okay, so to go over. So ask me what we're going to go over.
What are we going to go over?
We're going to go over some vocabulary, right? We're going to go over some vocabulary. We're also going, yeah, vocabulary mostly. Okay? Now, let's say, I want to see, how do we say respaldar o apoyar?
To support.
Okay, support could be apoyar a alguien. También support is financieramente también, right? My parents supported me when I was a child, right? Okay, y soportar como tolerar,
To tolerate.
to put up with. Es my tolerate, sí, pero se usa much. I can't put up with her. No puedo tolerarla. I can't put up with her.
Could it be, pero también se puede decir I can't stand her, ¿no?
I can't stand es muy fuerte también, pero sí. I can't stand her es como no la aguanto. And I can't put up with her es no puedo con ella. Es un poco más suave, yo pienso. Al escucharlas, I can't put up with her. If you say I can't stand her, es realmente no te gusta nada. And if you say I can't put up with her, es que no la aguanto, no la trago. Right? Either way, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
not a good thing, okay? All right, so we said support, but there's another one. Respaldar. Y tiene la palabra dentro.
To something with back, I guess. No sé.
To back someone up.
Okay.
Okay, many times in a meeting. Hey, Juan, back me up here. Respáldame en cuanto diga esto. Back me up when I say this, okay? Does your boss back you up?
Yes, he backs me up.
Does he? Good. Ask me if my boss backs me up.
Does your boss back you up?
Of course he does. Just in case he's watching. Yes, my boss always backs me up on big decisions. Okay? To back someone up. To back someone up. Y es muy como decir, back me up here. Okay? Respáldame con lo que voy a decir ahora. Back me up. Okay? Do you back up your son?
Yes, I back up my son frequently.
You gotta back him up. You gotta back up your children. Of course. Now also back up es poner el coche en revés. Beep, beep, beep. When the car's going backwards, you're backing up. You're going in reverse. You're backing up, right? To back up. So it's true. Y también, si le quieres poner a alguien los frenos, si empiezan, and Juan, whoa, 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 back up, back up. Échate para atrás, como quítate encima.
Como
mío.
cool down, no?
Cool, yeah, it's like calm down, back up a second. Back up es como, ahí, quieto. No sigas. Right, back up 1 second. Okay? So it has several meanings, but you'll know them in context. You'll definitely know them in context. Okay, let's take a look at another one. In English, we say, how do we say eventualmente?
Eventually.
Es un amigo falso. It's a trick. Okay? En realidad significa al final. Well, they eventually got married. Y al final se casaron. Right? ¿Ves? Es un amigo, hombre, tenías que caer en alguna, ¿no?
Tiene que pasar.
You fell into my trap. Right? The sinister laugh. Okay, so you fell into my trap, and eventually means a la larga también. Eventually they got along. A la larga se llevaron bien, right? Con tiempo, al final. Okay, eventually. So if you practice English, how do you say, pues al final mejorarás? Si practicas el inglés, al final mejorarás.
Eventually you'll ameliorate.
You'll
You will ameliorate.
I've never heard this one.
No? To ameliorate?
Ameliorate. It's possibly a word, pero no lo he usado yo nunca, ni lo he oído. We say you'll get better, you'll improve.
Okay.
Would be a more common way to say it. Quizás es una palabra, pero no es de uso común.
Okay.
Okay, quizás hay muchas, como la palabra masticate existe en inglés.
Como en lugar de to chew.
Chew, pero nadie dice masticate. Nadie. De hecho, si lo digo, la gente se me queda mirando como, masticate, what are you talking about? Pero es una palabra correcta. We say masticate, right? But we say to chew. Now, so how do you say al final?
Eventually.
Okay, so I say al final aprenderás mucho.
Eventually you will learn a lot.
That's right. Eventually, you'll learn a lot. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
Welcome back. Listen, I'm throwing a party tonight. You think you'll be able to make it? I'd really like you to be able to make it. Do you think you can make it? You don't understand. I'm throwing a party tonight. Do you think you'll be able to make it? Come on. You still don't understand. Let's go to camera one. Perhaps you can understand me on camera one. Let's move. I'm throwing a party tonight. ¿Estás lanzando una fiesta esta noche? Yes. To throw a party means to organize a party. In my house, in my place. Yeah, at my place. In my house, at my apartment, in my flat. At my place. I'm having a lot of people over. I'm having a lot of people over for cocktails, for drinks, to play some music, to dance. I'm having a lot of people over. A lot of people are planning to come to my house. Nadie habla inglés como acabo de decirlo. Decimos siempre, I'm having a lot of people over. To come over is to acudir a casa de alguien, to come over to the person's house, or to go over to the person's house, según where you are. Okay. I went over to Maria's house last Saturday because she invited me over. She invited me over. See, she had a party last Saturday night. Crazy party, my God. I don't remember what happened after about 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't think anybody remembers what happened. Okay, but she had a lot of people over. She must have had about 40 people over in her house. About 40 people were able to make it, and I was able to make it too. Maria called me on Friday morning, I believe, and she said, Richard. I said, yeah. Maria, how you doing? Fine, fine. Listen, tomorrow night I'm having a party. Listen, would you like to come? I'd really like you to make it. You think you'll be able to make it? And I said, tomorrow night, tomorrow Saturday. What time's the party starting? Officially at 10 o'clock, but probably nobody will get there before 11 or 11:30. Come on, don't you think you'll be able to make it? I said, well, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it. Let me check on a few things and I'll get back to you, okay? Let me check on a few things and I'll get back to you. I'm not sure if I can make it. I'll try, I'll find a way. Maybe if I move something. I know I have I have a dinner on Saturday, but it's not one of my best friends. I mean, I could talk, and it also depends on what time we start the dinner. What time did you say the party was going to start? Well, I said officially at 10 o'clock, but I mean, if you get there at midnight, no problem. I think really the fun won't start until after midnight. The fun won't start until after midnight. Well, listen, I have a dinner tomorrow at 9:30. Yes. It's a semi-business, semi-pleasure dinner, so I imagine by 11:30 we'd be finished. I think I can make it around. I think I'll be able to make it. I think I'll be able to make it. Yeah, in fact, I think I'll be able to make it around midnight. Would that be okay? Richard, that's fine. Around midnight's perfect. In fact, I think you'll be getting there at just the right time. But how many people are you having over? We'll be having about 20 or 30 people over. My God, you have a big house? Not too big, but it'll hold 20 or 30. So it'll be a lot of fun. Come on over tomorrow night. Come on. I'm sure, find a way to make it over. I said, I'm sure I'll be able to make it. Okay. So the following Saturday, the next day was Saturday morning. On Saturday morning, the person I was having dinner with called me and said two more people were flying in from Zurich in Switzerland to join us for the dinner, and that it was going to be a very important meeting after all. And so I called Maria and I said, look, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to your party tomorrow night. Well, tonight. It was on Saturday. Saturday morning, I called Maria. And apparently, Maria had been to another party on Friday. I called her around 11 or 12 o'clock. I just, said, Maria, excuse me, did I wake you up? Who's this? I said, Maria, this is Richard. Hi, Richard. What? What do you need? Did I wake you up? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. What do you want? I said, listen, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it. Okay. Esto de make. Make significa hacer, ¿no? Y luego con preposiciones, después la tira de cosas. But to make it means poder hacer acto de presencia, poder presentarse, poder estar, poder llegar, poder ir. Okay? And we use it all the time. It is so common and so strange that grammar books that teach English don't include it. They never teach it. You can't find the verb to make taught in the way that it's used every day. All right, to be able to make it means cuando te invitan, puedes estar o no. No decimos, I'm not going to be able to go. I'm not going to be able to arrive. I'm not going to be able to be present. We say, I'm not going to be able to make it. Si no puedes hacer acto de presencia, si no puedes estar en la fiesta. All right. To make it also es llegará. When we finally made it, when we reached Zaragoza, we were driving, and when we finally made it to Zaragoza, my God, I couldn't believe it. You know, it takes 3 hours, or even less, if you drive fast, and the police don't stop you. It takes 2 hours, but you have to really drive fast. I don't recommend it. But you know, I thought, well, it'll take me between 2 and 3 hours to drive to Zaragoza from Madrid 2 weeks ago. And we left Madrid at 3 o'clock, and just after a light lunch. And I projected arrival in Zaragoza at 5:45, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Well, we had some problems along the way. First of all, my car ran out of gas. I couldn't believe it. I haven't run out of gas in 35 years. My car ran out of gas. I just wasn't paying attention. And my car doesn't have a sound alarm, so I didn't know. It had an alarm on the visual saying, you need to stop for gasoline, you need to stop for gasoline. But I wasn't paying attention. I was talking with my wife, and the car ran out of gas. It took me about 35 minutes or 40 minutes to solve that problem. And then we continued. Then the police stopped me. And I spent about 15 or 20 minutes with the Guardia Civil, my God, the civil guard. And then my wife wanted coffee, and we stopped for a coffee. But we ran into some friends there and spent 35 minutes in the coffee shop. You know, by the time we made it to Zaragoza, it was 9 o'clock in the evening. It took us 6 hours. Yeah, by the time we finally made it, just before 9 o'clock, to make it. It's used all the time in the sense of to be able to be. Poder llegar, o llegar. All right. When we finally made it, we finally arrived in Zaragoza. We finally made it to Zaragoza. And I have a party tomorrow night. I hope you can make it. We're counting on you. Come on. I hope you can make it. All right. Remember, I'm throwing a party tomorrow night. To throw a party is simply to organize a party. And I hope you can make it. You're invited. Come on, I'm having a lot of people over. Yeah, a lot of interesting people I'm having over to my party. So try to make it. You think you can make it? You can't. You're not going to be able to make it. Come on, find a way to make it. Come on. We need you there. You'll be the life of the party. We need somebody like you, Julio, to be in the party. Come on. You'll be the life of the party. You can't make it. No, I'm sorry, Richard. I'm not going to be able to make it. Tomorrow night, I have a hot date tomorrow night. I'm going out with a girl who I've been trying to say yes for at least 3 months, and she finally said yes. And I'm taking her out to the best restaurant in Madrid. So I won't be able to make it to the party tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Hello, and it's nice to see you. You're very welcome to the program. I'm glad you could make it, and that's exactly what we're going to practice today. I'm glad you could make it too.
So am I. Thank you.
How did you make it here today?
How did I make it here? I came by car, is that it?
Okay, or you can say I made it by car, for example.
I made it by car, okay.
So this verb can mean to attend. So I made it to the meeting, and also to survive. We made it through the winter, okay? Are you ready to practice?
Yes, I am.
Okay, do you think you can make it?
I think I can, yes.
Okay, can you make it at home? Okay, let's go. ¿Puedes ir a la radio esta noche?
Can you make it to the radio tonight?
Very good, very good. No voy a poder asistir a la fiesta luego.
I can't make it to the party later.
Very good. I can't make it to the party later. Okay. Now here's a very difficult word for me to pronounce in Spanish. Desgraciadamente, él no pudo ir al final.
Unfortunately, he couldn't make it At the end?
In the end or
In
at
the
the end?
end.
Yes. Okay. So unfortunately, he couldn't make it in the end or at the end. Okay. Did you make it on time to your first job interview?
Yes, I made it on time to my first job interview.
Very good. Okay. Did you make it on time every day to school when you were young?
Yes, I made it on time every day to school when I was young.
When I was young. Okay. So did you make it on time to school when you were young? Yes, I made it on time to school when I was young. Okay. What would your teachers have done if you hadn't made it on time?
If I hadn't made it on time, my teachers would have I don't know.
Would have punished you or been mad, for example?
They would have been mad.
Okay, okay. Do people in general always make it to work on time?
Yes, and people in general always make it to work on time.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, okay. Will you make it to the end of today? Will you make it to the end of today?
I hope so. Yes, I'll make it to the end of today.
Okay, here meaning to survive. Will you make it to the end of the day? Will you survive until the end of today? Okay. Could you make it through life without chocolate?
No, I couldn't make it through life without chocolate.
Okay, ask me.
Could you make it through life without chocolate?
No. Ask me if I could make it through life without coffee.
Could you make it through life without coffee?
No, I couldn't make it through life without coffee. Ask me if I could make it through life without sardines.
Could you make it through life without sardines?
No, I couldn't make it through life without sardines. Okay? Ask me, because I'm Irish, if I could make it through life without potatoes.
Could you make it through life without potatoes?
No, I couldn't make it through life without potatoes. Okay? Have you ever made it through the week without drinking water?
No, I've never made it through the week without drinking water.
Very good. Okay, so again, to survive. Have you ever made it through the week without drinking water? No, I've never made it through the week without drinking water. Will you make it to the meeting tomorrow?
Yes, I'll make it through the meeting tomorrow.
Okay, and in the negative?
No, I won't make it through the.
Or here, two. I'll make it two.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I won't make it to the meeting tomorrow.
Okay, ask me if I'll make it to the meeting tomorrow.
Will you make it to the meeting tomorrow?
Very good. Yes, I will. Ask me a negative question.
Won't you make it to the meeting tomorrow?
Very good. So, will you make it through the meeting tomorrow? Will you make it to? Will you make it to the meeting tomorrow? Won't you make it to the meeting tomorrow? Is it difficult for homeless people, for people without a home, homeless people, to make it through the winter?
Yes, it's difficult for homeless people to make it through the winter.
Very good. Okay.
This winter.
This winter especially, yes. Can you make it without practicing your English?
No, I can't make it without practicing my English.
Okay, I hope you're listening carefully. You can't make it without practicing your English. Okay? Will we all make it through the recession?
Yes, we'll all make it through the recession.
Okay, it'll be difficult, but we'll make it through the recession in the end. Okay? Will Cristiano Ronaldo make it to the end of the season without getting injured?
Yes, he'll make it to the end of the season without getting injured.
Okay, and again?
Yes, he'll make it to the end of the season without getting injured.
Okay, so will he make it to the end of the season without getting injured? Yes, he'll make it to the end of the season without getting injured. Okay? Will your friends make it to your next house party?
Yes, my friends will make it to my next house party.
Okay, what would you say to them if they didn't make it?
If they didn't make it to my house party, I'd banish them.
You'd banish them. Yeah. Good word. Okay, good word. Well, how do you say banish? How would you explain banish?
I don't know. I'd kind of stop.
Okay, so you stop communication.
Yeah.
You banish them. Okay, a king could banish someone from his kingdom, or a queen could banish someone from the kingdom. This is a good word, banish. Okay. Would you be disappointed if your friends didn't make it?
I'd be disappointed if my friends didn't make it.
Okay, you'd be so disappointed. What would you do?
I'd so disappointed.
I'd be so disappointed.
I'd be so disappointed. I'd banish them.
Okay, so she'd be so disappointed. She'd banish them. Okay, you're a tough friend. Okay, ask me if I can make it through 2 hours of teaching without thinking.
Can you make it through 2 hours of teaching without thinking?
No, I can't make it through 2 hours of teaching without thinking. How did you make it to Spain?
I made it to Spain by airplane.
By
Is that it?
airplane. Okay, so you can also say something like that. How did you make it to Spain? I made it by airplane. How did you make it here? I made it here by car, for example. Ask me if it would be difficult to make it without my friends and family.
Would it be difficult for you to make it without your friends and family?
Very good. And one more time.
Would it be difficult for you to make it without your friends and family?
Very good. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Okay, so would it be difficult for you to make it without friends and family? Okay. How do you make it to work every day?
I make it to work by subway every day.
Okay. Do you ever make it by horse?
No, I never make it by horse.
Okay. Do you ever make it by tiger?
No, I never make it by tiger.
Okay, so she never makes it by tiger. She never makes it by horse. She makes it by subway.
Subway.
By subway. So she makes it by the metro or the subway. Did you make it through the winter all right?
Yes, I made it through the winter all right.
Okay, so she made it through the winter all right. She survived the winter. Okay. Will you make it through the hot Madrid summer?
No, I won't make it through the hot Madrid summer.
Okay. Ask me if I easily make it through the hot Madrid summer.
Do you easily make it through the hot Madrid summer?
No, I don't easily make it through the hot Madrid summer. Okay. Just a quick review. Can you make it without practicing your English?
No, I can't make it without practicing my English.
Okay, this is an important piece of information for you. You can't make it unless you practice your English. Okay. So, can you make it without practicing your English? No, you can't make it without practicing your English. Okay. I'm glad you could make it today. I'm glad you could make it.
So am I.
And keep making it. And we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.
All right. I don't suppose you know what you're going to do after this course is over, do you? I don't suppose you know what's in the next chapter, do you? All right. I don't suppose you know what the letter says, do you? Okay. I don't suppose you know, do you? Let's go to camera 1 and look at this, okay? Supongo que no sabes. I suppose you don't know the answer to every question, do you? All right, I suppose. Using suppose means suponer, to suppose. If you look at the dictionary, you look under the verb suponer, you basically have two verbs, to suppose and to guess. Okay, to suppose and to guess. Now, to suppose is a normal supposition, okay? Is it going to snow in Spain next winter? You say, well, most likely, yes, of course, probably, I suppose so. I suppose it will rain, all right? So suppose is a simple supposition. Now to guess is also translated as suponer o bien otra definición que es de adivinar. Adivine quién viene mañana. Guess, okay. But that's a different meaning. But to guess is used more often than to suppose, all right? To guess is used more often than to suppose in the sense of suponer. Now, to guess is to suppose when it's resignation, when you're resigned. There's an exam. Do we have to take an exam? We have to. Well, I guess there's, when is the exam? Tomorrow morning. But tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, but the exam is tomorrow. But it's Saturday, it's a holiday. Do we have to go? Well, I guess we have no choice. Well, que no hay más remedio. I guess we have no choice. So to guess means to suppose when it's resignado. Estoy resignado. Bueno, ¿qué remedio hay? Supongo que habrá que ir mañana al examen. I guess we have to go. Aquí no decimos normalmente I suppose. Because I suppose is a pure supposition. ¿Será así o será? Pues supongo que será así. No así. I suppose it's this way. I guess so. Supongo que sí. Pues será que sí. I guess so. You mean we have to take the exam? I guess so. I guess so. Supongo que sí. Así será. I guess so. Yeah. And then we always use, I don't suppose you know who will be the teacher in the next class, do you? Yeah, to suppose. To make suppositions and to guess. Guessing games. Do you like to play guessing games? Where you say, I have something in my hand. There's something in my hand. Is it in my left hand or my right hand? Guess. Guess which hand I have an object in. In my left hand. Correct. I have an object in my left hand. Now guess what it is. Guess what I'm holding in my left hand. All right? What do you think it is? No, it's not a pencil. Come on. No, it's not an elephant. No, elephant's too big. No, it's not a piece of paper. Come on, guess. Can't you guess? Okay, yeah, it's a paper clip. I'm holding one of these special paper clips in my left hand. You guessed it on the fourth try. On the fourth try, you guessed. First, you guessed it was a pencil, I think. Then you guessed it was an elephant. Then you guessed it was a piece of paper. And finally, you guessed it correctly. You guessed correctly that it was a paper clip. Now, we're going to have to finish in about 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah? But then, after that, yeah. Yes, I have to come back. Yeah, I guess so. I guess we'll see each other again. Suppose we see. I guess so. Yeah. I suppose that you know that this course is the advanced level. Yeah, I suppose you know. And I suppose you know that if you're an official student, you have to take a level test exam at the end of the program. I suppose you know that. Yeah, I know that, and I guess I made a mistake. I didn't want to have to, I don't like to take exams, Richard. Well, I'm sorry, but I guess you have no choice. You're going to have to take that exam, whether you like it or not, because you're an official student. Yeah, I am, and so I guess I'll have to take it. Yeah, I guess I'll have to take it. I'm sorry, but I suppose you know that when you decided to sign up for this course, you knew you were going to have to take an exam. Yeah, I realize that, and I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess I'll have to take the exam. Well, I could drop out. Drop out. Yeah, I could drop out. I could quit this program. I could officially drop out, or not show up, or simply not turn up for the exam. True, you could drop out, which means to officially darse de baja. You could drop out, quit, tirar la toalla. You could give up now. Look, we're on class number 85. After this class, there are only 10 classes left, only 2 weeks left. You know, I don't think you should give up now. I don't think you should quit now. People will call you a quitter. Yeah. I don't think you should drop out now. It's a little bit late. Come on, you're getting too close to the end. True, I agree with you, Richard, but I guess I'll have to take that exam. Is that true? Well, I suppose so. I suppose so. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do it. I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like taking that test. But I guess I have no choice. I guess so. Manolo, I guess you have no choice. You'll have to take it. But you know, really, for me, to have a degree saying I know English, it doesn't really matter. For me, in my job, I need to use English. Don't you think I use it well? Well, I haven't seen you using English. Do you use English in your job? No, not very often. But I imagine I could use it well. Well, it depends. You know, I suppose you receive telephone calls, don't you? Once or twice a year I receive a telephone call in English. Oh my. Well, I suppose you attend meetings, don't you? Meetings in English. Yeah, meetings in English. I maybe once a year. And I don't go alone. I go with several other people from my company, and some of them speak English better than I do. So I'm more passive, they're more active. I simply keep my mouth shut because they speak better than I do. Well, I suppose you need to use English written. Yes, I need to read a lot of manuals in English. But that's not the same as using English. I think you should take the exam. Well, I guess you're right. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hi there, my name's Carly Carson. Nice to see you again. Before we start our class, I want to introduce my student. I'm here with David. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you. How are
Very
you?
good. I'm excellent as well.
Good.
All right, if you're ready, we're going to start with some vocabulary.
Yes, please.
All right, excellent. Good. He's going to give me the Spanish translation, and I'm going to give the proper English pronunciation. Okay, proper for Canadians, all right? So let's see. The 5 words of today. Focus on the meaning, but you at home, practice the pronunciation out loud. Okay, the first word, this is a great verb. How do you say to fidget in Spanish?
Estar inquieto.
Good. Now notice the pronunciation. It sounds like a J in English. Fidget, jit, fidget.
Fidget.
Good, fidget. So I say stop fidgeting, right? Your mother tells you, stop fidgeting. Stop fidgeting, J. Okay, careful with that pronunciation. The DG sounds like a J. Very good. The second one. How do you say to hurt in Spanish?
Hacer daño.
Good, yeah, to hurt. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Good. Very good. Repeat hurt.
Hurt.
Good. It's like a huh sound. Hurt. Hurt.
Hurt.
Very good. Yeah, and a little bit of a remember the good. The third one. How do you say to itch in English? Or in English. In Spanish.
Picar.
Good. You say, oh, my arm is itchy. It's itchy. Itchy. To itch.
Itch.
Good. And now the adjective is itchy with a Y. Okay. Itch.
Itch.
Very good, yeah, itch. It sounds funny. All right. The fourth word. How do you say to get rid of? Phrasal verb, all right? To get rid of.
Deshacerse de.
Very good, yeah. Oh, I need to get rid of my old clothes. To get rid of. What do you need to get rid of?
I need to get rid of my old books.
Yeah. Don't throw out the books. All right, good. So to get rid of something or someone if you want. Sounds like the mafia. Now the last one. How do you say to expire in Spanish?
Caducar.
Good, yeah, so food expires, licenses expire, anything can expire if it has a date, right? Expiry date, so expire.
Expire.
Good, and at home, make sure you're putting lots of emphasis on X. It's not spire, it's expire, 2 syllables. Expire. Very good, okay, keep practicing those. You know the meaning, you have to work on that pronunciation and make sure it's really solid. All right, David, we are going to practice. I don't suppose today. I don't suppose. How could we describe I don't suppose?
No pienso.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think, I don't suppose. It's the same, right? So I'm going to ask a question. I'll give you an example. Will he be there? Right? Will he be there? And you and David are going to say, I don't suppose he'll be there. Will he? Yeah?
Okay.
So I don't suppose plus the sentence and the question tag at the end. So will he be there? And you're going to express, I don't suppose he'll be there. Will he? I don't suppose he'll be there. Will he? All right, so question tag at the end. Can you look up the information?
I don't suppose I can look at the information.
You can, so I say, can you look up the
Okay.
information? And you say, I don't suppose you.
Okay. I don't suppose you can look up the information. Can you?
Good. And that's a nice, polite way of asking someone a favor as well. You could express doubt. Or you could ask someone to do something for you. I don't suppose you have time to look up the information, do you?
Okay.
Or I don't suppose you can look up the information. Can you? So it's a nice way to ask a favor as well. Yeah?
Okay,
Very good.
good.
All right. Would he really do that?
I don't suppose he'll really do that.
He would really do that.
I don't suppose he would really do that. Would he?
Good. Or you can contract if you contracted
Okay.
before.
I don't suppose he'd really do that. Would he?
Good, yeah. So you're expressing doubt, right? I don't suppose he'd really do that. Would he? So the question at the end is important. Depending how you say it, you express doubt, you confirm what you think, etc. Good. Is he late?
I don't suppose he's late. Is he?
Excellent, good. You're thinking, oh, it's getting close. Good. Do you know where they are?
I don't suppose they know where. No, I
Do
don't
you know
suppose
where they
you
are?
know where they are. Do you?
Good, repeat that.
I don't suppose you know where they are. Do you?
Excellent, good. So the first sentence, it's not a question. You're just saying, I don't suppose you know where they are. And then at the end, do you? So you have to know the auxiliary, right? If you don't know the auxiliary, ask the question. So you're thinking, I don't suppose you know where they are. The question is, do you know where they are? So whenever you're thinking, oh, what's the question tag? Ask the question, okay? Do you know their last name?
I don't suppose you know their last name, do you?
Good, yeah? And he's thinking, oh, I don't think you do. But he's just checking at the end. I don't suppose you know their last name. Do you? Good. Have you ever eaten wasabi?
Sorry, have you ever eaten what?
Do you know wasabi?
No?
Have you eaten sushi?
Yes?
So the sushi comes with ginger, jengibre,
Uh-huh.
and wasabi is the green paste.
Okay.
It's very spicy.
Ah.
It's disgusting, in my opinion. Wasabi, it's called wasabi. So have you ever eaten wasabi?
Okay. I don't suppose you've ever eaten wasabi. Have you?
Good. And that's a great example because wasabi isn't very common. So you would say, I don't suppose you've ever eaten wasabi. Have you? So you're double checking, but you think that you know the answer. Very good. All right, you think you know the answer. Did you make up an excuse?
I don't suppose you made up an excuse, did you?
Good. And he's blaming me. I can feel the blame. Maybe he and I decide to leave, right? And we don't tell anyone. And you say, and David says, I don't suppose you made up an excuse. Did you? Very good, David. Was he tired?
I don't suppose he was tired, was he?
Good. Was he tired? I don't suppose he was tired. Was he? Again, the question tags have two meanings. One could be a true question. I don't suppose he was tired. Was he? Question. Or confirmation of what you think. I don't suppose he was tired, was he? So it's not a question.
Okay.
It's kind of confirming with someone, giving someone your opinion. So, have you been disappointed?
I don't suppose you've been disappointed, have you?
Good. Yeah. And he doesn't think I have because he's saying, I don't suppose you've been disappointed, have you? It's not a question. He thinks he knows that I haven't been disappointed. Good, yeah? So it's a bit of a theatrical thing.
Yes.
You don't know which you're referring to. Is it a true question or are you just checking? So at home, practice the two types of questions. For example, were they going to tell us?
I don't suppose they were going to tell us. Were they?
Excellent. Yeah, excellent. Good. And he knows that they weren't going to tell us. Good. So he says, I don't suppose they were going to tell us, were they? Right? And you go down, it's not a question. Good. Did he tell you if he was coming back?
Sorry,
Did he tell you
Okay.
if he was coming back?
I don't suppose he told you they were coming back.
Did he tell you if he was coming back?
I don't suppose he told you he was coming back. Did he?
Good, yeah. You could say, I don't suppose he told you if he was coming back or he was coming back. Did he? Yeah, and you're checking. Good.
Okay.
Could you open the bottle?
I don't suppose you could open the bottle, could you?
Yeah, good. It is so polite. That's a really polite way to ask a favor. I don't suppose you could open the bottle. Could you? Could you try? Yeah? Good. Would you pick me up?
I don't suppose you could pick me up, could you?
Good. And I'm thinking pick up a person in a car, right? So I'm at the airport. I don't suppose you could pick me up. Could you? So think of that nice way to ask someone a favor. And if you add the question tag at the end in a true question, you're asking a really polite favor. All right, keep practicing. Bye-bye.
All right. Now we have only 10 classes left. We have finished class number 185. Tomorrow we start class 186, and there are 195 classes in this program. So in 10 days' time, we'll be finished. In 10 days' time, we will have completed the course from start to finish, from top to bottom, from beginning to end, from start to finish, from beginning to end, which means you will have finished. We're getting closer and closer. It's not far away. So I want to congratulate you for the effort you've made up to now. I feel honored, and it's a privilege to have had you up to now. But remember, the program is not over yet. The course isn't over yet. We still have 10 more classes to go, so don't let your guard down. Stay with me. Stay with us, with myself and my colleagues. We still have a lot to teach you.